What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Listen, R.I.C.H just stood on Man Time and gave the world something real. He sat down with Keke Palmer and he didn't hide behind image or industry talk. He said, yeah, I was drinking that stuff. I was trying to cope. And that hit me because we all been there in some way or another, using something to quiet a storm that don't never stop raining.
How you quit codeine.
Yes, 4 years strong.
I mean,
now.
that's incredible, man.
4
really,
years
like,
strong.
seriously, let's all clap for that. Seriously. Seriously.
Had to put that cup down.
Man.
It's also addicting. So then it becomes an addiction versus you just doing it. You know what I mean? At first you're just doing it, okay, experimenting, playing with it. Straight might be stressed, you can get high a little bit, but then it becomes an addiction, and then it starts to, like, your loved ones start to peeping. Like, my mama started telling me, hey, boy, I don't like you on this, what this is, and you sleep, and you're aggravated, and you're not kid, you ain't being my son, you're arguing. And the son was like, he kept asking for, like, pineapple Fanta, but he don't even really drink soda. He ain't asking me. And then one day he came in the studio like, why yours a different color than mine? It killed me. I'm like, oh no, I gotta get off this. That's what touched me. I'm like, what? Cause it's like him paying attention. And he just kept asking, Dad, can I get a Fanta? And I'm like, well, when you start drinking soda, he's like, you drink it.
When Bad and Bougie blew up his career, his life changed. The cameras came, the money came, and the pressure never left. He said his career turned into a job. And when your passion starts to feel like work, the numbness starts to feel like a relief. So he reached for that cup, that codeine cup, that cup that been destroying so many lives quietly. But the difference is he spoke on it. He owned it. And that takes more courage than any record, any award, or any tour. That's what I respect about R.I.C.H, because transparency is the new revolution. For years, we've been told to act cool, act like nothing fazed you. But now, the strongest thing a man can do is tell the truth. And R.I.C.H did that. He talked about how that codeine became his coping mechanism. He said everything he needed was all in that bottle. The tour life, the business stress, the family life, all mixed into that cup. But then that moment came, the father-son moment that changed his life. His son came and asked him, why is your soda a different color than mine? He said that broke him inside because his child was watching. His child wanted to be like him. And he knew right there he was teaching his son something deadly. He said he walked out, went in his room, and he damn near cried. And that right there is the moment most people never talk about. The private breakdowns that lead to the breakthrough. See, it's easy to smile on camera, to hide behind money, chains, cars, but it's hard to look into that mirror and admit I'm slipping. And that's why I felt them, because I've been there, not just as a man, but as a father. When my daughter came into this world, she became my reflection. And there were times I looked at her and I realized she deserved better energy from me. Not a perfect man, but a present one. And that's the same thing R.I.C.H said without even saying it. Our children save us without even trying. They remind us we can't keep drowning and calling it swimming. And I salute him for recognizing that before it was too late, because a lot of brothers don't get that chance. We lose too many. Mac Miller, Juice WRLD, so many young kings who never got a chance to say, I'm done. And when R.I.C.H spoke, it felt like he was speaking for all of them too. He even thanked his mama for keeping him grounded. Said she called him straight up, no sugarcoating. You need to get off that stuff. And he listened. That's the difference. He didn't block her out. He let the love hurt him into healing. And that right there is the blueprint. That's how you start to change a generation. When a man can say, yeah, I was struggling, but I got up. When a man can say, my family saved me, that's how you shift the narrative. Because hip-hop been romanticizing pain for too long. We turned addiction into an aesthetic. We turned destruction into a lifestyle. But now we can turn our survival into power. R.I.C.H didn't sound weak. He sounded free. And that's what hits different. When you hear a man speak from recovery, not from denial, that's when you pay attention. This is the shift I have been waiting on. This is the moment where hip-hop starts talking about health and healing. We had the era of flexing, the era of escaping. Now I feel like we entering the era of facing. R.I.C.H said it, my son saved me. And that one sentence is stronger than a million streams. That's a bar that don't need no beat. That's why I wanted to bring this story to the people, because the world needs to hear these stories more than ever. These are real testimonies, the ones that save lives quietly. And if one person out there hears this and decides to put that cup down, then that's a win for me. That's the new success. That's the new status. Staying alive, staying clear, staying present. R.I.C.H didn't just open up. He broke the curse. He showed that being vulnerable is not losing power. It's redefining it. He said he's thankful. And I felt that, because gratitude is the first step to healing. When you say, thank you, God, I'm still here, that's the real prayer. Not an award speech, not the crowd cheer. That moment in your room when you choose life again. So to R.I.C.H, I salute you, King, because you ain't just a rapper no more. You a leader now. You showing young boys that being honest don't make you weak. It makes you human, and humans can heal. The culture is shifting slowly, quietly, and beautifully. And every time somebody speaks up like you did, R.I.C.H, it breaks another chain. Another life gets saved, and somebody else puts that cup down. And that's why this story matters. Salute to Offset. Like, comment, subscribe, establish Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.